Hey, I started recording. I am only going to record myself, I think, today, and then if you guys need help, we'll switch around the camera, okay? Oh, I feel nervous. I don't know why. All right, so before we get started on the baker's percentage, I just want to ask about baking things. Okay, guys, kale. You guys, any idea of what you want to see baked this year or semester, I suppose? I only have a couple of weeks left with you guys, so I figured if you want to learn something new, if you want to try something, we might as well try it now. And then figure out also what you want to do for family meal on Fridays. You guys have family meal on Fridays. Does anybody want to see, what kind of stuff do you want to see being baked? What do you guys like to eat?
I want to see pie.
Pie?
Yeah.
Okay, we want some pies.
Like apple pie or
Okay, some fruit something. What else? Eclairs. So do you remember those little things we did the other day? That's the same method. Cool. What else? I would love to do that. That's expensive, but maybe we'll see. We'll see what your chef says. Maybe we could do a small little batch. Okay, what else? We'll start with this. How about like scones? Does anybody want to do scones and stuff like that? I was thinking about like raspberry and white chocolate just for a feature. And then maybe, we'll see what Chef Ray says, but maybe we can show you a bit of like tempering chocolate. Super quick. Yeah, quick little tempered chocolate stuff. Okay, and then, are you okay if I ask them about the Halloween features? Do you guys want to, I think Chef Wright was talking about doing a Halloween feature on that Halloween week. Are there anything you guys want to try just for baked goods for the Halloween week? Pumpkin spice stuff. Okay, that's a good one.
like pumpkin loaf.
We had cake pops.
Yeah.
Okay, pie, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, these are just ideas as well. We'll consult with Chef.
Pumpkin cream cheese. No. Pumpkin with cream cheese.
Muffin with cream cheese.
I thought you had like a pumpkin flavored cream cheese.
Okay. I think that's a good start. I'm going to take a picture of that and then we're going to talk about it. But I think those are really good good items for it. I also did see these little, it was a long time ago, but they're like little shortbread cookie witch's fingers things where you put like an almond for the nail and then the green goop underneath it. It's kind of gross, but like they look real, but they taste delicious. Okay, let's start talking about baker's percentage. Can I turn this off for now? And then, sweet. Okay, baker's percentage. Guys, today is going to be a lot of math. Baker's percentage. Has anybody ever heard about it? Sorry, before that, I'm just gonna quickly talk about the methods of teaching. So I know you guys are used to the mastery checklist, the stuff online that you do. Hey, Kale, you can just turn your monitor a bit. I'm watching it. So you're used to doing the mastery checks. Today we are, of course, going to do the traditional method. So we'll see how it goes, see how you guys like it. But yes, baker's percentage. So anybody ever heard of it? No one. I know it's going to be, I think it is really useful. I find it useful for finding how much I need to like tip on a bill or something like that. I use kind of the same method for it. So I mean, hopefully it'll help you guys, even if you're not going to be bakers in the future, but let's go about it. I'm just going to pull up my notes so that I can see them. Okay, so, let's talk about flour. When you're doing a baker's percentage, it really helps for consistency in a recipe. Okay, you can take, usually we call it formulas instead of recipes. So usually you'll take a formula. For me, I like a basic sourdough recipe. So you have a basic sourdough. Do you guys know what's in a sourdough recipe? Throw an ingredient. What one? We got flour. What else do we have? Water? Did you say water? Yeah. What else do we have? Well, the yeast is natural, but there's one more. What? I heard, yeah, salt. So that's honestly, that's everything in a traditional straight sourdough bread. It's just flour, water, salt. Super healthy for your tummy. It's great for your microbiome. Natural probiotics, okay? But starting in a sourdough recipe, you can take, if you have a small amount or a large amount, it'll all be the same if you have percentages. Okay, so baker's percentage works off of almost like a ratio to 100%. All the ingredients are a ratio to 100%, which is always, always, always in any recipe going to be the flour, okay? So you can take 100%, which is your flour, and adjust it to your own kind of stuff. So I like to always do 80% water. It's a high hydration, but it's delicious. And then generally you're going to do like 2.5% salt. So I know that just from experience. You can look at any recipe you want to. So this is our basic formula. Okay, we're gonna get into math now. We're going from here. If you had, say, if you had like 1,500 kilos of dough, you can use this. Okay, if you have 1,500 grams of dough that you want as your final product, you can also use the same formula. Okay, so it's really nice to use when you have any size of quantity. You're going to have consistency. So that's basically what percentage, baker's percentage is for, keeping consistent in baking. Okay, so let's do this. Somebody throw out any number you want. Any number. What, maybe a bit bigger. Do like any number, but in the thousands, maybe. 2,720. We got 2,720. Did someone say that? Okay. So, starting with flour at 100%. I already know that my water is at 80%. Okay, so then from finding my weight of water, how would we do? Oh yeah, sorry guys. Everybody, do you have your phones with you? Pull them out. Yeah, grab your phones and get the calculators out. This is the once and one time. Oh yeah. I'm using my phone as a camera. What's up, Boston? Yeah. Okay, so doing just yeah, be careful. There, you got it. Okay, so looking at 80%. We have 80% water in our flour. How I like to write this out would probably be, so we have a question here. We need to find 80, tell me if you guys can see this, 80% of 2720. The way I've always done this, and this is again how I kind of work with the tipping and stuff like that, 80%, I always think of the of part as a multiply, okay? So if you grab your phone, okay, just do 80, and then I just hit the percentage button because it's same as doing decimal. 0.8, and then you're going to times 2720 equals, what did you guys get? Yeah. So you got 2176, okay? And you're going to do the same thing with the salt that's at 2.5%. What do you guys get with that one? Remember, what do you guys get? Did you do the 2.5? What'd you get? What, so you can say it. It's probably a small number. 68. 68. So you got 68, and these are all going to be in grams generally. So you'll always have your unit beside. So you basically just made yourself a recipe. Okay, that's the beginning. Let's do one more just so you guys can get in the hang of it, and then I'll try to go through a yield, but show you a different method. Is there a thing to clean the board or? Well, I guess I'll just pull myself a napkin of sorts. Or not. Is there a easier? Anyways, let's start over here. So we can think of, I'm gonna pick a number now. Let's do, I'm gonna do 5,439 grams. Okay, so that's starting there, letting you guys take it through. Find 80% of, actually let's switch this up. Let's do 76. 76%. And then we'll do 2.5. Use it. COVID at its finest. What's up?
It's 4,133.64.
Say it one more time.
4,133.64.
0.64.
But
What's-
are you rounding it or not?
So I was going to talk to you guys about that. It's a good one. What's up? Yeah. Okay, so when you are doing baker's percentage, okay, to find out if you are correct, you always want to add up all the totals, right? So when you do have a 64 or 0.64 something, you want to round it up to your nearest decimal point, okay? So you would go to 4134, okay? Just to keep it consistent, okay? So then, what was 2.5%? 135, what was it?
975.
So if you round that up, what is it?
136.
Okay, sweet. So I think you guys have got the hang of that, right? Yeah, anybody have any difficulty with it? I think you guys are pretty good. Well, I'll hand out some worksheets too in a minute. So let's start with, say you have people coming over and you have Thanksgiving dinner, okay, and you want to make 3 loaves of bread, 500 grams a loaf maybe. Okay, so what would that be in the total? How much dough do you want to make? If you had 3 loaves at 500, 1,500, yeah. I guess that was pretty simple. So, let's start with the yield part. Because there is one question that I want you guys to answer on the should do's, okay? Or the must do. So, if we have our 100%, let's do 76 again, and then 2.5. So, when you have, say, what did you want? We wanted 1,500 grams of flour. What you're going to do is take your formula that you have, you're gonna add them up, okay? So you have, what is that now? We got 26. You guys tell me. Okay, great. So you have 178.5. What you're going to do at this point is you're going to divide 1,500 by 170, your total amount of ingredients, pretty much, of weighted ingredients in your recipe. So 1,500 divided by 0.5%. Sorry, don't forget the percent. What do you got? What was it?
840.3.
Okay, so whenever you divide these, so you have 1,500 divided by 178.5%. And of course, you guys, if you don't want to use the percent, you can always move the decimal point over, okay? Just follow the 2 decimals here. So we got 840. When you get this number, 0.33, so this number that you get is now the 100% of that is your flour weight. Okay, so you can take that, and now starting from here, that is now your 100%. So you can take that and from here find what is 76% of 840. 638.4. Okay, 638, and then what's 2.5? Anyone? I feel like Eden's answering everything right now. Eden's the class calculator. What's Hora, what about you? Did you find anything? What one? Did you get it? What's 2.5% of 840? 21? Okay, so that's 21 grams. What you can do at this point, and just to make sure that you did your math correct, you can always now add up these. So if you guys add all of these up, I'm not doing my calculator gig today, so what do you guys get? 14.99. So then that's another thing. So because we are rounding up, you might be, say, 5 grams, give or take, off, but at least you are kind of in the same ballpark. And that being said, if you do ever want to do like 1,500 grams of dough, just scale up a wee bit more because you will have some trim, some stuck to the bowl, anything like that. So I always like to do a bit more. But that is how you can know that you did your math right. If you ended up with 500 grams, you did something wrong and you're gonna have to backtrack, okay? But it is good to check your own work this way. Now, what time is it? Okay, sweet. I have a worksheet that you can do on your own. If you want, you can do it in a partner. If you want to do it individually, you can do that as well. It's just a little bit of a notes. We're kind of taking this one as like a video. So this is your notes to help you through the video. Lexi, you want to hand them out? I'm not this way. Could you hand these out? Thank you. So, and again, guys, do it at your own pace. Hey, boys with the games, you want to turn your computers off? Awesome, thank you. Okay, and get in uniform, Mr. Boston, please. Boston, do you have a uniform? You're gonna have to go to the office. Yeah. Okay, just head to the office, see if you can find a uniform, and then come back, okay? So then we'll do these, and then when we're done, we can do them all together, okay? Should we let somebody know that Boston's coming down to find you? Awesome. Sorry?
Can I use the bathroom?
Yeah, of course. 205 Kale, please, off of the game. Turn your computer off. Kale, computer off. It's just we're here to help, right? Kale, I got a lesson to teach. I mean, I know it can be boring at some points, but you gotta try, okay? Okay. Okay. How is everyone doing on the sheets? I feel like tutto bene? Tutto bene, tutto bene. Awesome. I think you guys are getting it. Is anybody confused or anything like that on it? No? You guys are doing good over here? Awesome. I know, so I think I might have done a bit of confusion. Girls, I think I might have, this is a couple of people. I think I might have confused you guys with the total yield. So if you don't have your flour amount, that's when you're gonna take the yield and divide it by all the total of the percentages, right? So then I think Kaya had the same question. She was wondering about adding them all up and trying to get 1,500. But the 1,500, so you already had the 1,500 as the flour. So as long as you have your flour weight, you can find every other ingredient you want, okay? And it is really good to also know what types of flour you are using in your recipe, because you can, way to confuse you even more, what you can do is use like 50% of whole wheat flour and 15% of bread flour, and then you have a total 100%. Do you know what I mean? And then you have flavor, different kind of variety in your bread. But again, flour will always, even if there's two types of flour, it will always equal 100% in your recipe. Cool? Okay, so should I hand out mastery check or the must-dos now? Yeah.
You want to review that and go through to see?
Yeah, let's review it then. You guys, I feel like I went around to everybody so far. Okay, so let's turn the screen on and then I'll just write it on the board. Someone say excuse me? Okay. Kaya,
Yes.
was it you were baking sourdough at home? Were you? Is it?
Yeah, it was going to be me, but my parents killed it.
Do you want, well, I made an extra one today. I wasn't sure if you want to take it home or not.
Yes.
Okay.
My parents murdered mine.
Just put it in your fridge when you get home.
They put it, I put it like on the counter for a minute, and then they put it in the fridge with the lid closed. And aren't you not supposed to close the lid? So
Nah, in the fridge it should be.
it got like really weird.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's okay. R.I.P.
Okay, how do I get
It's
to
actually Sally's
Sally?
R.I.P. Sally. What do you name the next one? Sally 2.0.
Okay, so let's go over the worksheet. You guys have your worksheet with you now? Okay, Kyle, what was the first one that you got for water?
For water, I got 12.
1,200. True, what did you get for salt? 45. And obviously it's the same. Okay, let's go down to your basic pie formula. What did we get for 67?
402.
402. And what about your, what do you get, CJ?
198.
198. Okay, and one more little fact of the day. This is actually a classic brisée pie formula. So you can now take this and use it at home if you'd like. You already got your grams measured out for you. And again, I do want to try something. Next time we're in the kitchen, we should do, everybody or however many people want to do it, scoop a cup of flour, and I want to weigh them out and see the consistency of it. I always like, definitely when it comes to baking, you always want to weigh your ingredients, because you can hard pack a cup of flour or you can scoop it lightly. So the proper way is to scoop it into your cup, your dry measure cup, but you always kind of want to weigh ingredients out, okay? Come on. Thanks for a minute. Sweet. Okay, so I do want to collect those sheets. Can you guys write your names on the sheets? And then I'll come around and collect them. I have one more. It is the must-do for it. And then I think we can spend the other half of the class working on your measurement unit. And of course, if there are any questions, let's talk bread. It's a great thing. Okay. You? Okay. I'll collect, and then Lexi's gonna come around and
I was walking down the stairs in class. And by the time
take your picture out.
she was going the other direction.
Yeah, I just want to see. I think you guys did great with it. It's not being marked onto your progress report, though. I just wanted to see if you guys are getting it. But I think everyone's doing good with it. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Got your name on the TV? I can come back around.
I extended the photo.
And then Lachlan, we can, I'll go over it again too if you.
The number of
Do you have a few?
yeah.
CJ. Oh. Same guys will spend. Okay, so let's go through, take some time now, do these ones individually if you could. We'll take about 10-15 minutes, and then we can also work on our first or second measurement module. Thank you. I'm gonna pause this. Because you already lived with,
Oh, you're right.
675%. And now, do you know what that one is?
More sense. That is the
100. Do you remember? So that equals the flower.
That's what I'm dividing. Like I would like this.
Exactly.
100% of that.
So this, so since you're dividing this by your total amount, you're gonna get your flower.
Okay, so you take 167, which is to round it up. If I want to find the egg whites, I just 25. And like clearing that would
Yep,
be the egg whites.
exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, and so if you can go
Well,
around
right.
your flour weight. But remember, you do want to round up your decimal points.
167.
Exactly.
So would I do 167 and then percentage and then where is it?
So that's gonna be your 100%. And in this case, we do have sugar 100% as well. So you could, so I
It
think,
would be like 100 percentage.
well, no, because you had it right before.
167. 167 times 100.
No, so you know how, do you want to start over? We started at, we divided the total yield
Yeah.
by the weight of the ingredients we have. So 1125 divided by 675. I'm not sure how that.
125 divided by 67.
Yeah. Sweet. So now rounding up, and then that's going to be your 100%. That is how you find out your cake flour or any flour in your recipe, and then from there you can do 150% of
Oh.
your 100%. Does that
Yeah.
that make sense? Okay. And you have the weight of your total amount. So when we divide 1125 by 675, we get our flour amount.
Oh, okay.
Do you want? Where's your phone at? Let's do it now.
So all goes together.
So we have to divide 1125. Oh, yeah, no decimal. We're just gonna go straight weight. I think that's where you. So I think that's where it's gonna be confusing.
Well, with percentage, we put a decimal.
I know, but for this one, we're just taking the weight of it. So we have our weight at 1125. And then when we're working with our percentages, that's when we get a decimal over. So if we take 1125, divide it by, say, 6.75 or percent, if we have a percent.
Divided by
675. And then equals. So if we round up, that's going to be always, that's how you find your flour amount. And then you can find the ratio of your ingredients from your 100%. Does that make sense or no?
yeah, 167.
Yeah. And then do you remember from this one? So then from there you'll go 150% of 167. Does it make sense or no? Okay.